What is up? Welcome into the Buddy Cop Podcast. My name is Sean Leary. I'm going to be one of your hosts, and I am joined today by comediest. He's the comedian, impressionist, producer, writer, actor, commercial czar, Travago, vest daddy, Scott Ibarra. I'm also joined by our third mic, our sound engineer, our Wikipedia, IMDb inflation czar, Tom Cocking, and we are here for the 1992 fun romp that I did not know about, Rapid Fire.
Nice.
It's a Brandon Lee, whoosh, whoosh, bah, bah. Great sound effects, great punching noises. I had a great time with this. We're going to unpack all of it. So make sure you follow us on YouTube. Just type in the Buddy Cop Podcast. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. You just type in the Buddy Cop Podcast, and our email is thebuddycoppodcast@gmail.com. Wherever you get your podcasts, hit us up with movies you want to see. Make sure you check out the live show that we did. It was Face Off. That one's ripping. We also have Above the Law is streaming and GoldenEye. Those are our most recent ones. So we're going to do favorite moments. We'll do a 1-minute recap where we do a rapid fire breakdown of the movie. Some fun facts. Not a lot on this one. Smaller budget movie earlier on with a newer actor, so they kind of had the pieces in place. And then we'll also give a hot take, look at the box office, and give our scores, our Rotten Tomatoes. So, Scott, this is a Scott special. So if you've never been with us before, I am more into the 90s movies. Scott is more into the 80s movies. Tom likes them all, kind of. And this was a Scott special. This was one that Scott and I saw in a bar in Hollywood at like 2 in the morning on a Thursday 2 summers ago. And I'm like, what's this movie with Powers Boothe? They're in a warehouse. Oh, no, it's a laundromat. Oh, no, the triads. I don't know what's going on, but you were trying to break it down to me that night. And here we are full circle in the podcast doing Rapid Fire. So let's start with you. You think of Rapid Fire. Why does this one have such a soft spot for you as opposed to a lot of the other ones we've done?
I think because I remember when it came out and I was super into martial arts at the time, and I was into Bruce Lee, and it's Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee, and it was kind of his debut, his big action debut, and it was a great movie.
First time we saw that jaw and the cheeks and the muscles that looked photoshopped, body, smile, a little bit of a wise ass. As soon as he came on screen, I was like, yep.
Yeah, I hated myself immediately.
Yeah, I was just like, I want to climb him, and I want to just kind of grab around. Like, it was literally one of those bodies I want to touch on it, I want to grab on it. It was, like, perfectly molded, and he had, like, his dad's sass, but also, like, who's his mom? Do we know who was his mom the whitest woman alive?
Linda Lee?
Linda Lee.
She's white.
Was she an actress? Was she famous?
No, I mean, she was famous for
being Bruce Lee's wife. Okay, so Linda Lee, which is a bread company.
Sure.
I just got another shipment in a Linda Lee. Oh, the truck's here already. Wow, you got to love Linda Lee.
You know you're white when
she's white
bread.
She's got to be white for... Oh, yeah, that is a Nancy. Her name should be Linda.
Yeah. She looks like she tells you, that there's rhubarb in the pie.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's like, oh, you can't have rhubarb. This isn't for you.
Yeah.
That's not for you. This is a Linda Lee.
I cut some oranges for your soccer game, sweetie.
No, you got to get the Capri Sun in. Put it in. You're way with water.
Hey, Bruce, quit doing the kung fu around the kids, okay, please?
Nice. So when I saw him, I go, oh, white mom, right?
Yeah.
Like, because he looked, I was like, is that Scott? There was like a second where I was just like, is that Scott? Who is this guy? And I instantly clicked because I go, he gave me Asian Bruce Willis vibes from Die Hard 1.
Yeah, but he was like smooth, like
but
nice
his wise ass.
chubby.
Like his comments back to everybody in the
I
beginning.
look like
I was
him
like,
after he found alcohol.
I was like, I like that guy.
Yeah, easily, yeah.
He was so likable, but also like, I kind of hope he gets caught
swarmy.
a little. Yeah, he was a little
He's
wise-assy where you're like, slap him around a little bit, but I hope he gets out of it. And that's like moms like that. Yeah, he's a little bit of a little shit. He's a little shit, but I'd fuck him.
It's like, maybe you want to go out tonight.
Oh my God. One of the best scenes in the history of, I didn't understand. Okay, so we get the prologue in Thailand, and I clocked that right away. Having been there, I saw the Wata Run that they were building, and I'm like, Thailand.
Wata Run?
Yeah, it's like a temple.
Oh,
they have multiple temples in Bangkok.
When you see the laying down.
Yeah, and the rivers do look like it's poop. It's Poop River. It's not called Poop River, but it's just snakes. Like, so when the big guy from Last Boy Scouts he's miserable as a person in that scene. That is not acting.
Yep, wearing a suit in the jungle.
Yeah, so we get the prologue, and then we go to UCLA, UC Santa Barbara, wherever, this gorgeous campus right on the water. He comes up on the motorcycle. I don't know who he is, and then he goes into the art class. I thought he might be a cop, and apparently he's a student. And I text Tom and I go, he's 41 years old. He's so old to be a college kid.
Well, it was actually correct because he died at, I think, 23 or 24.
No way.
Yeah.
Will you check that? Will you
check how old
that?
he was in this movie. I'm going to say that in this movie, he was 23.
Will you hit me with, he didn't look 23?
I think for back then, yes, he looked
Okay,
23.
that's what I thought. In the very, when I was texting with him and I kind of was like, okay, I gotta dial this thought in. I was like, oh yeah, everyone back then looked 50.
Looked old,
like
yeah.
Joe Pesci is 22 in Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he died. So he was 28 when he died in 93.
28.
So he was 27.
Oh, so he's 27.
Oh,
27,
shit.
but still
I stand
younger than
corrected.
I thought.
Yeah,
I would have genuinely put probably about $50 on he was over 30.
Yeah.
And so when that's where I was really, really confused the first 15 minutes after the prologue of who is this character? Then we get to the art gallery, not sex party that is like a revolution for China that he got brought into, and then he becomes a witness.
Well, I'll tell you because it was very topical. So in 89 was
Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, the slaughter of Tiananmen Square, which you guys all know about, where the tanks came in and they basically ran over.
People.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, we were in China and they do not acknowledge that.
No,
it's wild.
Why would they?
Yeah, they're like it never happened. Like
Yeah.
it's on, you can't Google shit there, but they didn't. They were like, no,
don't do it because you know why? Because it affects the kids. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't want to learn about it. Yeah. So in 89 was Tiananmen Square. This movie started production in like 91, 92.
Yep.
91. So it's still very, very raw. So it's like someone now talking about pandemic or whatever. So his dad was, a CIA or, revolutionary operative guy. And they don't know why he was there. But then he says, no, your dad was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
He was trying to figure it out, which, whatever. So that's what that was about, is that guy's like, hey, we know who your dad is. You're the son. And it kind of was like, behind the scenes, it kind of was a tribute to, Brandon Lee and his father. Like everyone knew his father. He's a revolutionary and they want him to get involved. And he's like, I don't want to imitate my father, which was really what Brandon Lee was going through at the time. So it just mirrored that, where everybody wanted him to get involved with the protest against China, and he's Chinese. And he's like, I don't want to do it. I want to forget about it.
Okay, and so he's in the art class. He gets seduced by the gal. She asks him out.
Yeah,
brings him
it's
over
a
to
trick,
the
and the
thing.
guy's like,
Sure.
look, we just want to hear your story, help our cause.
Okay,
Which, again, why do
what?
we need titties all the time? In that
Yeah,
era? It was
gratuitous.
Like they're just nipples for no reason.
Like
in the art class?
Yeah, art class just
the first scene was like just a tit.
Yeah, it was like,
It was
hey,
like-
make sure that tit's in the front foreground and then a back tit in the background. All right, cut, run it again, foreground
It's
tit.
the Joel Silver effect. They
It
teach it
was.
in art. They teach it in film school.
Yeah.
All right, today we're going to do tits in the foreground. Tomorrow we'll do tits in the background. Get out your syllabi and get those tits ready.
As you can see, 15 minutes into the film here, we show the tit, boom, through the roof. Okay, and then
Look
our
at these
viewers,
numbers.
Our
Look at
viewers
these
drop.
numbers.
Our viewers drop off, and then Jake has sex with the girl. Tit,
Yeah,
way
Boom.
up.
And we see here in our data that men 18 to 45 erections are getting this big 15 minutes into the movie. Once we see these boobs, it drops.
Yes,
okay.
and you can see that the name in Germany is Rapid Titty. Translated. That's what they changed the movie name to. More titties. Six Flags.
They wanted to call it MT, and they elongated it to more titties. Then they scrapped that.
Oh, so not trademark TM,
No.
but MT?
No. So this was 20th Century Fox. They were thinking about 20th Century Titty.
Okay.
And then Joel Silver came in and goes, titty foreground, titty background. They scrapped the whole thing.
Okay, let's milk this bit.
Okay.
All right. We're
Okay.
done.
So, because I like this a lot. I really, you know what?
fun-
No,
it's a great movie.
I gotta do this. This movie fucking rips.
Yes.
It's super fun. It's fast paced. It's
Great,
got some
right?
fun music. There's no pacing issues here. There's no, hey, I'm going to the apartment for 15 minutes. Even the exposition about his dad, which you care about, but he's already got Powers Boothe at this point, so he's got his new dad.
Yeah.
And you're like,
New dad.
they're like coffee table exposition where she's like, it was always you. I would never, like, you think maybe she could be the one that's giving intel and could be crooked? Because they float that of like, someone's on the inside. How did they know?
Yeah.
And you think it might be her, and then bang, she's got the info on the dad, and then literal bang, his ass. We get his ass. That's how you know this was a vehicle for Brandon Lee. This was always we're showcasing Brandon Lee. This is him. You get his ass and abs getting kissed before the woman in a Joel Silver movie. You get ab kisses. She kisses each ab. It was as if that was the note, kiss each ab.
He had 12 of them too.
And then the black pants come off and you think it's her pants. And then you see a little bit of ass hair and you're like, oh, it's Brandon's butt.
Oh my God, when they peeled that was him?
Yeah, that was his
I thought
ass.
that was her.
No. And then they flip over.
I was looking at his ass.
Yeah,
Me
makes
too.
Your,
I
makes
was
your
like,
wiener
he's
feel
nice.
weird, doesn't it?
A big ass.
I saw a little bit of hair. I was like,
And then you look
hey,
here at the
dude,
data.
smooth
before they
ass.
shaved.
Sean Leary, 18 to 45's boner went. It was so, dude. And then they flip it, and she gets on top, and I'm like, what is happening here?
So Amy Brenneman is so hot.
It was not Amy Brenneman. It was No Name Johnson, woman who never did anything else.
It was the
Also,
girl from Beaches, I think.
Fun fact here. Every woman in America that was an actress at the time was in consideration for this. You like the one
Susan
fun fact. It was a
Sarandon.
9-paragraph. Kim Basinger, William Hurt. It was just, it was nuts. And I'm like,
lot of
okay, no
people.
wonder they like when you can cast that wide
Lori
of a
Petty
net.
was in it, but they're like,
I was just gonna
they
say,
can't have the same haircut.
when you cast that wide of a net, you can get the cheapest option.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? When you have this infinite of a vision for the character,
Yeah.
get the cheapest one. This woman who's never been in anything and wants to bang Brandon Lee the whole movie from Jump Street. You know what I mean? It was dope.
Okay.
Even detective called him out. Called her
Yeah.
out, like,
Oh, Powers
you-
Boothe?
Yeah, he's like, you want
I
it.
know you got the hots for her.
The hot.
He was amazing.
Oh, Powers
he was
Boothe
the best part of
was
the movie.
walking around doing
Swag.
1930s
He
noir
was Humphrey
Oh, he was
Bogart.
crazy.
monologues
Curly Bill.
every time. He's like, God damn it, we're in a bowling alley right now. Get the kid. Get the kid.
He had 8 o'clock shadow.
8
it was
o'clock shadow.
so dark, and
That
he had just
mustache
shaved.
is so dope. Like,
His
the
whole head was a
stubble
cigarette.
mustache was like, I'm like, that's a fantastic stubble
Did we
mustache.
did
It
we think he
so
was
Slightly
hot?
balding?
Like there were a couple scenes where he was sitting in the car with Brandon. I was like, Powers Boothe is fucking hot.
a good-looking
Like
dude.
he's
He's
like
old
outfit.
school.
like
yeah.
do girls go?
Well, he
oh,
was what, like 38 in this movie?
Was
probably?
there like 27?
No,
If there was a
he was
girl
19.
like was there a girl that's like, yeah, and this is my Powers Boothe poster. Like, you know what I mean? Where it was like, but it was probably for our moms loved Power. Like a
Oh, yeah.
name Powers.
Yeah.
His name is fucking Powers.
Powers
Booth.
Booth is what William Hurt is to movies like now.
Powers Booth. Yeah.
I feel like Powers Booth was going to every audition that Clint Eastwood was going to, and like, God damn it, fuck Clint's here.
Doesn't it feel like Powers Booth is like the name of a section at Guitar Center? Oh, that's over at Powers Booth. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got great 8 o'clock shadow. He shreds.
Powers Booth. He sounds like a roadie for
Is that his
Whitesnake.
real
Yeah,
name,
he does.
too?
Yeah. Okay, so this is 20th Century Fox. This is
Wait, did you really like the movie, Tom?
Yeah, I meant to say, like, a huge fan of like Rumble in the Bronx, all the Jackie
Yeah.
Chan beginning ones.
Yeah.
This had the same vibe, but it was an American version of it. So it was like, it got me. I'm like,
You know
'cause
why?
I loved because he loved Jackie Chan.
Because he idolized him. He loved Jackie Chan, and so he actually threw in like montages in the fight scenes and stuff were exact kind of replicas of Jackie Chan movies.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
That was my follow-up.
He idolized that kung fu cinema, and so he wanted to emulate that.
Well, I loved it because it was just the American where everyone was speaking English, not dubbed.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it was like the Rumble in the Bronx, like, was it Crime Story, the one he did?
Yeah. Police Story.
Police
Story, yeah.
But it was like that same vibe, but without dubbing over. And so I was like, yeah, this is the shit I watched as a kid. That
And
I
also,
loved.
if you like Police Story, there were certain scenes in Police Story that he took. So when he does the move where he does the spinning round kick and then goes down and sweeps the leg, that's directly from Police Story, that move. And also when he takes the bike and runs the guy through the glass in the art
Through the
thing,
whole thing, yeah.
that's directly from that movie.
That was my follow-up question for you, because I know you love Jackie and Bruce and Steven and the martial arts movies. Was there any part of you that felt this was a knockoff, or were you down?
No.
Okay, cool. Because that was my only thing was he just doing a lesser Jackie Chan movie?
I mean, I was too young, so it's like I didn't know Jackie Chan movies and all those things back then. I visited those later when I got older, so
Okay.
I saw those later. If I was like my parents, maybe, but I don't think, and even the critics, like everybody didn't seem to object because
Okay.
he did it perfectly, like Tarantino does it. You know, he's like does it, and it's a tribute. It's not a copy.
Sure. So let me ask you this. This is a follow-up for me. I grew up on Jackie on Rush Hour, Shanghai Nights, Shanghai Noon in the early 2000s. I did not like.
I love how you say I grew up on that.
Well, those are the first
No, I know, I
Jackie
get it.
movies. Yeah.
That's
So
just
it's
funny.
like my whole thought process and my like ethos around Jackie and why I love him is that he kicks the shit out of guys with household items. Like there's a famous scene in Rush Hour where he just kills a guy with a steering wheel. He's like puts his hands through, then puts his hands, turns it, bop it, twist it, pull it.
So you like when he had the clothing rack and he did the thing?
Yes. So when I saw the clothing rack in the very end, it felt a little unnecessary of an homage to Jackie because he didn't really do the household items. But he did all the other homages, so I was fine with it. Does that make sense? Where it was like, if he would have been doing that,
he did it in a way where it wasn't funny. It was clever. So I think they put it where
was funny as fuck.
Jackie made it funny, but I think
he would like take their shirt off, they'd be naked, he'd grab their dick, kill them with their dick.
But I think this
rip their dick off and kill them with
I
their
think this
penises,
was he did it perfectly where it was. He made it like an action film.
Yeah,
he didn't make it funny.
No, and that's what I. That's
it was
why
funny
I
when you
wanted
see
to
him like
ask.
grab the hand, do the trap, hit the gun, get kicked, and like so he's like doing stuff but getting hit while he's doing
I
it.
think my actual favorite one was when it was his first moment of fighting. He's at the art thing and he realizes, oh, I gotta get it on. I gotta get it on. I had to get it on. He went full Waingro, and the first move he does is when a henchman is coming down the stairs. He kicks out the beams on the stairs and it goes into the guy's legs and he falls. And I'm like, who thinks of that? Like, who knows? Yeah, my shin's gonna break this green treated lumber into this guy. Like that to me is when it went next level. Because even you text me at that point where you're like, oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Because up until that point in the movie, I'm like, is this even an action or is this like a crime thriller?
They built it
like Witness. I thought it was going to be like Get the Witness.
They built it nicely until you see the art scene, the
Yeah.
art gallery, and
I
you're like,
thought it was
oh, this
like an
kid can fuck
orgy.
people up.
I thought all those people were going to be bad, and he was going to like be in a cult or something. And then for what ended up happening was super interesting.
Well, I don't know if you liked Tony Jaa at all, like TIE Fighter.
It's the best.
But that scene, they have the one in the art gallery, and I feel like I didn't read it, but I feel like they got the idea from that art gallery.
Brandon Lee
fights.
did. I mean, I think Ong Bak was after this, but Brandon Lee definitely he started in Kung Fu cinema, so he started internationally first, and then came to the U.S. and did like some low budget movie, and immediately got catapulted into Showdown in Little Tokyo with Dolph Lundgren, and the studios were like, and even Dolph Lundgren said, you knew this kid was going to be a star. Like, I knew he was going to go farther than me. Like, Dolph Lundgren admitted it. He was like, this kid's crazy charisma. And so he got rapid fire after that because first of all, he's Bruce Lee's son. He's good looking and he can act. So they were like, we want to catapult him. So they gave him this movie and let him have carte blanche with the director of what to do. So he brought all the stuff from Kung Fu cinema into a modern day action movie. And I think it was perfect.
Your magic mind just went nuts right there,
was
and
popping.
that was
That was
really
crazy.
good, dude.
Yeah.
Like
You
went limitless. Like time slowed down.
I know.
That was
I
really
think
good.
I think it grew a third testicle.
Now was Brandon Lee a producer on this?
I don't think so. No.
Because it felt like his agent must have been then, because this it truly felt like every shot, every setup was to enhance this beautiful man.
The producers,
like they knew
they designed it, which is why, because originally he wanted John Woo. He's a huge fan of
he did want John Woo, but they didn't want John Woo.
I mean,
I think they were right.
I think they were right.
Yeah.
And the reason was for the exact thing that we're talking about. They wanted to catapult him into this, and they thought if John Woo came, then it would be an art piece,
John Woo movie,
and it would be a John Woo movie, and he would be a part of it. Yeah, they wanted to make it realistic action movie.
Yeah.
They wanted to make it like a Die Hard movie, showing real, which is weird for the suits to say this, but they wanted it to be realistic martial arts. And you can see when he fought, it was very realistic.
Cool.
He wasn't
was
jumping
quick.
slow motion in the air. Some of the stuff he was doing, the Jeet Kune Do, was very like dirty. It was not very pretty. He was kicking the legs. He's doing Muay Thai stuff. So
okay. What did we think of our big bads in this?
I loved it, dude.
Yeah, I thought. Okay,
What's
so
it, Nick Mancuso?
yeah,
I think,
Nick
the
Mancuso
actor?
played
He's
Serrano.
So great.
He played the sick fuck,
Oh,
and then the
so
guy
good.
from Lethal Weapon 4 played the bigger bad, who I didn't love.
Cy
I thought he
Younger.
did good. Like for that,
What's
cast,
his name? Cy Lee or
it's Cy Lu, I think, or
Yeah,
something like
something
that.
like that.
For his casting, for what they gave him to do, I thought he was great.
Yeah.
I thought he was miscast in terms of his look.
Right.
So I think I don't cast him, But since he did get cast, he crushed.
I think
you know
he
what
crushed.
You know what I mean? Where it's
No,
like,
yeah,
oh, he
you
scored
could
4
replace him.
points, but we put him into scores 0.
You could have replaced him, but I think he was a perfect juxtaposition to Mancuso.
Yes, but
Because you had big American bad, and then you had the Asian who is respectful, very unassuming,
sure,
but is
and
the
could
real
fight.
badass.
Yeah, could fight,
and it's also the real businessman.
I think they should have had him kill one of those guys in the first scene to really have me buy him. I
You know,
never,
the
the
stick
stick fight in the very
Didn't
beginning.
scare you at
He
all?
was good. He was menacing, and he stood up to Serrano and was dope. But I think in order to really send him home as being a level up from Serrano, I think he should have killed somebody in that scene.
Yeah.
Because I never got the vibe that at the end of the movie he would get into a tussle with Brandon Lee.
Right.
Like I figured they would like figure it out. Does that make sense? Where it was like he felt not scary enough on the level of Serrano.
I thought his Italian proverb he did. After
Right.
the stick thing, I'm like, fuck.
But I just
like,
never saw him
gonna build.
actually kill anyone, so I didn't think he would. You know
He's
what I
just,
mean?
I get it. His
Yeah.
stature and him, you're like, he's not.
But his henchman was great.
He's not looming.
The
Yeah.
dude from Die Hard and
Yeah.
everything we've ever done on the
Yeah,
show.
They had everyone from everyone and everything.
I think they wanted to really contrast the horrible, psychopathic, sociopathic Serrano, American, big, looming, disgusting American with a very clean cut, unassuming, and also remember he called him like a boy, so he used to be the running guy.
Absolutely.
For Serrano,
yeah.
And now he's this big heroin pusher, and he's much smarter. He's way ahead of it.
So did the big bad sell out the middleman, other Asian guy that's in a bunch of other movies that gets shotgun blast by Serrano? How did Serrano know?
Well, he
like,
saw him on the by the cranes and said like, "Be careful."
I don't think he
And the
sold
guy
him out,
said
but I think
no.
he's, like I said, he's smarter, so he was way ahead of everything. He knew that Serrano was going to make that play.
Okay.
So he was
He
willing.
kinda was just like, Jesus. Okay,
Yeah.
Now that makes a little more sense going into the end,
Right.
knowing that he could be down to like, throw ninja stars at Serrano, kill him in prison, and then do the big fight at the end.
He was way ahead of it.
What
What he didn't expect was Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee was the
The
monkey wrench in
Yeah.
the soup or whatever.
Serrano was really good. I thought he was scary. I could have used it even a little bit more. He gave
bites
off
his hand.
He gave off like Wayne Grow meets like Die Hard 2. Like he gave off like controlled, but also this guy's insane, and it was good. It was like I was like, who? I've never seen that guy. I've never seen that guy in anything, and I was like, this guy's fucking good and scary, and I want to fight him. And I always think that's a good villain, is when you see the guy on screen and you want to take care of him.
Yeah.
That's always like a telltale sign to me of like the visceral reaction. Oh, that's a good villain.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have that for the Asian guy, the big Asian guy, but I had it for Serrano. And I was like, that I want more on my screen of that.
Yeah.
And he had like everyone in this movie was sweaty.
Everybody's
Chicago,
hot,
the
sweaty.
Blues, the L Train, and it's entirely shot in Los Angeles.
I know. Well, I think they
film.
film.
Like those fans. What the fuck are the point
Because
of the
you
fans?
have
Like,
to
get-
film. You have to film in like spring or summer before it like gets
And
crazy cold.
This is all in Los Angeles. Like
most of it, yeah,
this,
filmed downtown.
Like,
yeah.
if you watch this movie as somebody who, like all of us, we watch all of these movies and we watch them for these things. This movie is in downtown LA the entire movie.
Yeah, the art
There-
gallery- well-
there's two quick pan ups to see the L train.
Yeah.
Couple shots of the Chicago skyline of driving, but there's no Chicago shooting.
No, the time when he escapes from the FBI guys, that's all Chicago. That's all streets
okay,
of Chicago.
yeah. But I'm talking more
And the
about
exterior shots, yes.
the down, like when they're trying to like show
Downtown,
yeah,
yeah.
that's LA.
That's
that
LA,
there
for
was
sure.
even a shot where I'm like, that's a palm tree.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I do that all the time. Like when we watch The
Yeah,
Office or Parks and Rec, they shoot in the valley of
Yeah.
Los Angeles, and they're driving on roads that my wife and I live on, and we're like, fucking palm tree.
Yeah,
You're supposed to
there's
be Scranton,
palm trees.
Pennsylvania.
I know.
This shit
No
doesn't
palm
exist.
trees.
It's like,
Oh
what are
my
we
God.
doing?
All the Italians.
Okay.
All the
I
guys.
thought, so my thought was the big, Italian guy that you knew was gonna have to fight.
Oh,
Brandon.
from the Last Boy Scout.
Was his name Ghazi?
Yeah, he sucks.
But it's funny because
He's such a piece of shit.
all the
martial
Italians
arts-
that were like in the Scorsese movies were like in this movie.
But like I always love like martial art movies. They do the best thing where like the big guy is gonna be the big fight. You
Yeah.
know, like and so then he gets up and you're
He's
like,
the top level shinobi.
Yeah, and you go
big
like,
bad.
You go.
Oh, and then
he's gonna struggle.
It's
won't be an easy
it's
fight.
the
It'll
big
be
strength, like it's E Honda versus the
Yeah,
small
exactly.
dude,
Yeah.
whatever.
And then he kicks out a pillar, and the entire building falls on that guy.
Yeah.
And what sucked is
bad.
I saw their cheat.
It's bad construction.
I saw the cheat, the shot, how they cheated the shot, and I'm like, damn, you didn't get the best shot on that because it lands in front of him, and you see that he easily was protected. And I was like, damn, I wanted to like see it land on him. There's also a shot at the very end of the movie when he's diving in the boxes. Guys are just blasting shotguns into boxes in and out, just killing cats and rats. And you see Brandon dive, and his mic pack is the size of an Xbox on his lower back. No way. And I literally was just like, fucking movies, man.
Well,
fucking
there
movies
was,
where they had nothing and had to use that.
there was a big online presence about not only that, but on the continuity with firearms too. There's so many shots where the firearms
especially
change.
in the shootout.
Oh, don't
the
beat
shootout.
Yeah,
Don't
I know.
beat
No,
me
I
on
know.
that. I fucking sat
No,
there
I know.
like,
That's a big thing. But the thing is, that came afterwards with the internet, and even people then are willing to let it go, but they do point it out. They're like, "Come on."
Yeah.
So apparently, that's where the budget and apparently they. Like certain prop people watch, they use this movie as an example of like, look, guys, make sure to go over your props, make sure to go over your prop budget and stuff because they ran out of guns. They had the prop pack on. Like,
yeah, they said there was like 56 just different types of guns that they had to create.
They had like people using a Walter PPK and then it switches to a Smith & Wesson. You're like, what?
There's the big shootout scene at the hotel when Frank, the FBI guy that's dirty, brings him and is like, nice doing business with you. And he just keeps, they're not coming. Nice doing business with you.
So
the one guy,
sweat like a pig.
there is an accountant who is 100 who goes and gets like a Gatling gun and starts shooting out the window.
Yeah,
and I'm like, who is
you know who that
this
is?
principal
Do you know who
of
that
a
is?
high school?
It
was Martin Scorsese.
No, it was Gene LaBelle.
Who's that?
Gene LaBelle's the guy that's
Famous lounge singer.
No, supposedly he's a classic stuntman and judo champion. The guy that choked out Steven Seagal.
Okay, well that guy was a run. He looked like Wilfred Brimley.
He
in
was
Cocoon.
like 45 in that movie.
And he took a bunch in the back.
Like, look at that guy. Look at that guy. He looks like the small dwarf from 300.
Yeah, you know the woman who checks everyone into
What's
the
his name?
afterlife in Beetlejuice? That's who that was.
No. He looks like Quasimodo in a suit.
Scott, what's
He
his
looked
name?
like Dr. Evil.
Look him up. Gene LaBelle.
He's a lounge singer from the 60s.
Yeah.
Genel.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, and his nose is over here. Like,
Yeah,
but
no,
the
he's
dude,
hideous.
He's cool looking back
the
in
dude,
day.
the dude is a genuine badass.
He was born in LA
trained.
too, all right.
He trained and taught Bruce Lee in grappling.
And he's the one that made Seagal shit.
Yeah,
Who's on
That's
fans?
awesome. Okay.
and he got fired, and he didn't work too much after that.
We were talking.
But anyway, I looked at. This is how much of a crazy nut. I see him pull the submachine gun out of the thing, and I was like,
oh my god,
"Is that Gene LaBelle?" And I
You
look
pulled
in the
that?
credits. Yeah,
I didn't catch that. I just saw a blob. I just saw not someone that
he's just
should be
an
there.
old
Yeah.
big gruntle, but the
Well, that
dude,
guy.
yeah.
All right,
Gene
yeah, that
LaBelle.
tracks. That tracks.
Yeah, he looks like the guy that fixes your vacuum.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk favorite part before we get to a couple of fun facts. I got a couple of fun facts that I thought were really unique. But real quick,
Mace Ryan. What a
I
great
thought it
name.
was it's good. I thought it was really Powers Boothe, Mace Ryan. Go either way. Which one's better? I thought this is just like a sneaky favorite part of why I love movies, and I just think they're so dumb but fun at the same time. He's like, we're going to Chicago. Pack your bags. That's where you're going to be, testifying in Chicago. And it's blues. And then they do that, and then they cut to the L train and just one quick shot, skyline, and then blues music. And I'm like,
great.
And I'm like, thank you. This is why I watch movies. Set the scene, set the
You
tone.
love set pieces.
When a plane lands in a city and you tell me where that city is and it's sepia, I love that. And that was where it was like, spoon feed me that shit.
And
We're
it was
going to
great.
Chicago. Here's the music.
I
Here's
love
the city.
the sergeant or whatever, the detective that looks at me and goes, "That is law enforcement."
Yeah, that was good.
That's the guy who plays Screwface in the movie Marked for Death, the Steven Seagal film, where he plays
which is-
the evil Rasta guy, which we're going to do.
Marked for Death is what got this movie
director-
made because the director had a hit on his hand with Marked for Death, and they're like, we want you for...
Yep. And so he used that police sergeant as Screwface, who is, when we do that movie, is one of the best big bads you'll ever see.
Who was in 7 Pounds with Kevin Bacon. No, just kidding. I just thought we were doing a little 7 degrees. Okay.
7 pounds? Isn't that
It's
Will
the
Smith?
Will. Yeah, but doesn't he give one of his things to Kevin?
Woody Harrelson?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we're having fun.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
We're
we're
riffing.
Hey,
It's
we're
a
riffing.
riffing.
Hey, these are the jokes.
No
man.
one's hit the Ripper at all.
It's because
besides
we're locked
myself.
in. We're
Rip.
absolutely
I know, this
locked
is
in.
great.
Okay, so while he's ripping, I want you to think, what was your favorite part of rapid fire? Because I can't quite decide what my favorite.
Well, there's two favorite parts.
All right, what do you got?
It is
One of the broken noses parts, because there's so many broken noses.
The double kick to the fucking the initial like agents that were gonna like
that was
frame
a
him.
great scene.
The double kick to the face was fantastic, like so good.
Dude, yeah.
And then I like when he kicks the gun out of the guy's hand and grabs it, or the girl, I forget. He takes the gun, kicks the gun and catches it.
Oh, slides down, does the baseball slide, kicks the gun,
kicks the gun and gets it. So
One
good.
shot.
And then also, this is a funny favorite is when they're about to have sex. They're gonna have coitus, if you will.
He loves
be
that
inside
word.
each
You make
other.
it sound so gross.
Yeah, it's so gross. But
When they're mid-coitus.
they're like,
and her labia.
it's gonna happen. They talk about his dad being crushed by a fucking tank, and she
yeah.
goes like, "That's in the past." Could not imagine that making my dick do anything, let alone go down. And then she goes like, "Shh," and then all of a sudden the sex like guitar comes on too early, and it says, I'm like
Mid
you
solo.
fucking- yeah.
You gotta ease. You gotta do a little saxophone. Ease in. Don't go straight
Or
into
do
the
a
guitar
kiss, like,
solo.
just kiss first
because
and
the
then
guitar.
hit it.
Because when you do a heavy guitar solo in a scene like that, I'm like, he just came in his pants.
Yeah.
Like mid guitar solo. I'm like, oh,
Well, and then the
he's-
shifting
exploded.
shifting from sex scene to like deep like shit happening and like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a weird transition. Like,
They didn't need
Hot.
that. They didn't.
Yeah.
into the
could've just-
laundry.
no,
They're like,
like-
in the sheets.
yeah,
Heroin sheets.
either lick Brandon Lee's butt,
Oh god.
I think
but
they
don't
don't
like don't mix
genuinely
it
did
with
it.
sad shit. Like,
Yeah, but if you could see Tom right there when they licked the butt and
Yeah.
you saw the sheets
Yeah.
and heroin violence, 18 to 25
18 to 25,
demographic
yeah.
through the roof.
Boned up.
Okay?
Yeah,
so
hard.
you're wrong, all right?
Sorry, all right.
Get him out of here.
The
My bad,
data,
kids,
the data
boners.
says 18 to 25 was pre-coming in
Yeah.
that scene. 45 to 50 wanted more saxophone. So we're
Okay,
getting the
fair,
data.
okay,
It's in real time
okay,
R&D.
Then that's my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so your favorite
You
scene
need to check
was
analytics
the
with,
coitus?
D.
The coitus is so
Coitus was
it's
your
just
favorite
fun to say.
scene?
No, the favorite scene was just the double,
Yeah,
the broken
I-
nose.
Especially when you
think-
have your hands like that, you're like,
When they almost had coitus.
when they almost
I
inserted
think that was my
themselves into
favorite
each
scene.
other.
I think the apartment scene was my favorite when he's like he's in his towel and he's
and
in
Powers Booth comes in. God,
no,
I like that
no.
kid.
It's before that.
Why
It's-
does it smell like sex in
Yeah,
here?
yeah, God, that was good. God damn it. What is that smell?
Smells like patchouli oil and kung fu shoes in here.
and coitus, my God.
What'd you do last night? Aren't you my intelligence? Give me some intelligence. and
We're
none of
losing Tao right now, and it smells like dick. I don't know if I like it or it's a cigarette.
It's about Tao, not
Yeah.
about this coitus smell I can't get out of my nostrils.
What's in your hair? That's a nice
It's not
gel.
like coitus a thing.
Why are you wearing that thing? Who's in the other room?
Why does it smell like boy in here?
I'm divorced. That was my favorite.
Where's Clint Eastwood? Fuck that guy.
That was not my favorite scene. It was actually the one that he's talking about where the double cross, because he's in that scene starts with him in the kitchen just being like,
Oh yeah, with the shirt
"Blah,
off,
what do
yeah.
you got to eat?" Or like
Pop-Tarts.
and then they just take
More
out their
Pop-Tarts.
guns. They take
Blast
out their
them.
guns and just like wait instead of just going in there and shooting.
No, I
He's
like-
unarmed.
They're like, everybody, no one's gonna testify, especially you, Jake. And the
Yeah.
other like FBI agent that they shoot is just like, oh, that's a funny line.
Oh, good bit. He gets just
and he's
seeded.
like, oh fuck.
He gets destroyed, and then they ask about that guy. They're like, "Yeah, we took care of him." Yeah, you did. That guy got
Yeah, you
blasted. That was my favorite scene because of I didn't know how he was going to get out of that, and then it turned out to be a 32-bedroom apartment that just had rooms and secret closets and the windows, and it was incredible. And I just thought that scene was when the movie. The art scene really took off, but then that scene where it was like, oh, literally everyone's trying to kill him, and they're just it reminded me of Maniac Cop with Bruce Campbell, where it's like somebody else is doing all this, and they just think it's this guy, and he's a cop killer, so they're going to go for him. And I thought that then added to it being more than just the Serrano and his boys wanting him, because then even that black and white cop was like, why are you shooting at him? It just added a nice element to the movie. So that was my favorite part. What was your favorite part, Scott?
My favorite part will always be the end scene where he fights the famous stunt guy Al Long, and they do the Wing Chun trapping scene.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is the best martial arts that I saw to date, and to this date too. It's still my favorite
It's a
because
good
it had
fight.
never been done in American cinema. It was Kung Fu cinema, but it was the first time that you saw Wing Chun on screen.
And that guy
in American cinema.
that guy gets the first licks in too, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
was cool. Where he was like, and I'm like, oh, this guy's
that
good.
was good. I remember my buddy, my brother's friend Marco. Actually, he's a martial artist, and he would train, and he was really into it then. And I remember him telling me, he's like, "This is what's called trapping," because he did it, and he said, because he was very accomplished martial artist at the time. Shout out to Marco Alvarez. But he I remember him telling me, he's like, this is as real as it gets. And he's like, and he would point out, he's like, see how Al Lung, because you see Brandon Lee's trying to do all the moves. It's great if you break it down from a martial arts standpoint. You see him doing the moves that were working on everybody else. The kicks, the punches, the high things, the flashy stuff. And Al Lung breaks it down. Kicks his foot. He checks his leg. Kicks his leg. He goes to throw another one, and he hits his fist. And basically, and then you see there's a moment where Brandon Lee kind of like gathers himself and goes, okay, now I have to do some real kung fu. And that's when he starts doing the thing. He puts the hand in his face, and he smacks it away. And then he hits him, and then they go into the trapping. And that's where he gets him finally. Is that with the close quarters.
This is not a rage bait question. Have you ever watched the martial artists versus UFC fighters? Like, so people that deal with martial arts and then UFC fighters, like how they like bout together.
Yeah.
So they'll have like someone that's trained in that, and it's always like, it makes me feel sad because the UFC fighter is just like, pfft. I'm like, fuck.
Well, just sidebar on that.
Yeah. Sorry. That was
real martial arts, like. A real grandmaster martial artist will get his ass kicked by a 2-year MMA guy.
Yeah.
Because anybody that's done martial arts, or especially contact or anything that's like sparring, boxing, especially things like that, kickboxing, if you do not spar and do contact, you do not fight, you will get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because you can train for fucking 40 years, but if you're just like, throwing people down on a mat and doing that, if you're not sparring and fighting and practicing with contact, a dude who's been training for like 2 years will kick your ass.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing, is like all this stuff looks good on film, and theoretically it works against an assailant, a guy mugging you, a guy at the grocery store. But a real fight, you're going to get your ass kicked unless you train with contact every day. Yeah. And most martial artists, up until MMA, up until UFC, that's what it was. That's why so many people are getting debunked. So many of those MMA guys are walking into dojos and fucking up these guys and ruining their careers because they have gotten away for so many years on teaching techniques that don't work against real fighters.
Yeah. And I'm not
brought to you by Real Martial Arts Magazine.
It's not even hating.
Full contact every day.
It's my favorite thing ever. Like I was like telling Sean, we never talk. Martial arts movies are my favorite like style of movies. Just I love good fight scenes and stuff, and like I love the way they do it. It's like it's an art,
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden people start debunking. I'm like, fuck, like these are like my heroes.
Well,
and like
martial arts and movies. I mean, even Keanu Reeves said, he's like, I studied for a year straight, learned kung fu, and then he goes TV, movie kung fu, because real martial arts and movies looks like shit. Doesn't look good. It's fast. It's not pretty. All those moves where you see them blocking, they don't do that in real life. So it has to look good for film, and people have to leave that alone. Oh, that's not a real move. It's like, it's movies. It's supposed to look fun.
The more you know.
Bling. So
where's the boner situation?
So we're up here. Boners are high right now.
Are they high on that? I thought they dipped real low.
18 to 45 loves martial arts TED Talks. I got R&D back from Dean. He says we're pre-coming all over Ohio and Indiana.
I thought in the third quarter when Scott went to the rant on real martial arts, I thought boners went way down into the leg.
Women got super dry. Men got super hard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I got the info back from Dean, and we're doing great. 1845.
The guys are like,
talk to me. Okay, so I
want to say a lot of Bruce Lee isms in the movie when they tell Brandon Lee, hey, put those fists of fury down.
Yeah, that's a callback. Yep.
When he does the
Leo meme.
Yep.
When he does the fight. Yep. When he does the fight in the apartment, remember when he's fighting the FBI agent with the broken nose and he backs up and he does a little shimmy?
That's his dad. Yeah.
You love that part, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
He backs up and he's like, oh, I got this.
He was great. Like it was really fun. I have a couple fun facts because like we've talked about
so many
before,
broken noses.
A lot of the lower budget movies, because this one was lower budget, but a lot of the lower budget movies, when they have an idea, they have a person in mind, and it all kind of works, there aren't as many fun facts. Like, fun facts come in on the bigger budget studio movies where they have other people in mind and they got to fuck around, right? Yeah. Like Die Hard and those where it's like they wanted Sinatra in the beginning. This was always Brandon Lee. This was always this movie. Mm-hmm. Like, they had this movie. They had Brandon Lee. They just needed the director. So it's one of those things where there's not that many fun facts, but I found a couple. There's a scene that got deleted in the movie where Brandon Lee kicks down a door and he broke his toe.
Yeah, shut production.
And they had to shut production down, and then that scene got cut from the movie.
So upset.
Yeah, and I'm like, that is one of those things as an actor, it would be really, really tough to get over.
Right.
Like, I would be very upset about that. And only one day?
However, this is Brandon Lee's first big
Sure.
budget movie in the U.S. and asking if he was
Get
to
some
ask any
Tylenol.
other physical guy, they'd be like, yeah, that's
Get some Tylenol.
That's American
Yeah.
movies. You're gonna get cut and you're gonna hurt yourself.
Okay, and then another one that I thought was there's a couple here, and I Powers Boothe was originally going to be an Italian American detective named Vito DeRosa, because Chicago.
Great.
And I'm
The name's
wondering,
Vito DeRosa.
yeah, I'm wondering if maybe they didn't trust him to do an accent, or like, why do you think? Because that makes sense to me. In Chicago, it's 92 Italian American. Like Serrano is the villain.
That's
like,
easy. Powers Booth tried to do an Italian accent, and they're like,
That's what I thought.
let's just make it
You know what?
American
Never mind.
Powers.
Just Mace Ryan.
What are you talking about? I'm doing an Italian accent right now. Fettuccine.
Give me
They're
some
like, "Stop."
gabagool or I'm out of here.
They're like, okay, where's Clint?
Yeah, get some ducks in
Fuck
the pool.
yourself.
Okay, and then another one that I thought was cool was the original movie name. The original title, the working title for this was Moving Target.
Oh, I thought it was Abs of Steel.
Oh yeah, I actually like
was
Moving
looking-
Target, and that's
Moving
actually
Target.
I actually was thinking about it at the gym.
Yeah, Rapid Fire is a horrible name.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that at the gym. I did not think that
No.
was a good name because he doesn't use guns.
No.
And when I think of the gun, or when I think of fire, I think of the gun. And he doesn't use guns. And it's also not guys who are quick with their guns in the movie. And the movie's actually playing out over a little bit of time. So the rapid doesn't really... Like, I
Maybe
like
the
Moving Target.
responses.
I like Moving Target better. I do
I
like Moving...
feel like the suit that came up with all the good names for movies was not there that day around the table, and it was like John and Carl and the rest of his guys, and they were like, Rapid Fire, yeah, sounds good.
What
They
about-
ran out of names.
Hard Witness, or like I think Witness would have been a good name in this.
There's already a movie, Witness in 87.
Sure, but capitalize on that. Add another adjective or an adverb. Like I like two words. Maybe even find one word.
Running Target's good.
Moving Target. I like.
Moving Target is good.
I think they should have kept with that because I think Rapid Fire it feels gun. It feels very
Yeah.
gun forward. It feels very shootout. When this movie isn't that.
Yeah.
And that was kind of where I was like, oh, why did they literally move off Moving Target? Mm-hmm. And I don't really get that.
trying-
So it was
Do you think-
originally called Moving Target?
Moving Target, yeah.
Way better.
Yeah. And Hard Target is after this.
Yeah.
And that's John Woo. So it's like,
Van Damme.
and so I'm like, Hard Target would have been a better one for this one too.
Yeah, they
Or
really
like,
fucked that one
yeah, like Rapid Fire is, I would say out of all of the movies that we've done, I think it's the worst name for the movie that it is. Like I was trying to think about that. We've
could have
done
called it
40,
like Kickflip.
like Out for Justice, Above the Law. Like they all feel, obviously Die Hard,
Part of
Predator.
the movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this doesn't in any
No.
way feel. He's quick with his hands, so
I
it's
thought
like
maybe his wit was quick.
Yeah,
too.
like-
No, if you
Like-
look at you
Yeah.
look up movies called, because there's a lot of movies called Rapid Fire, amazingly.
Yeah,
if you
that's
look
what
at,
I
they're all
mean.
like snipers,
Exactly.
whatever, and
Or
then there's Brandon Lee in the
cars.
front, like Rapid Fire. What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. So that's where the marketing doesn't match, in my opinion. Where if you're gonna have him doing, it's a great poster and good text. That name does not match that. Like Fast Witness, just literally anything other than Rapid Fire, and I feel
Yeah.
like I like Moving Target. Okay.
Hard Witness.
Avoidable.
Hard Witness is good. I like Hard Witness.
Hard Witness.
And then you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
But maybe they wanted more action.
Yeah,
Okay.
stupid.
Last thing. So this movie was, I don't want to, because we got some Rotten Tomatoes and gross stuff, so I don't want to give anything away, but there was a sequel in development for this that was originally going to be called Simon Says. Mm-hmm. And this ended up becoming Die Hard 3 with a Vengeance,
yep.
which is one of my favorites. And I'm excited to do that because I think Simon Gruber, who plays Hans Gruber's brother, out for revenge on John McClane in the third Die Hard,
Great script.
he's got bombs in schools, in train stations, the Federal Reserve. It's unbelievable script.
Yeah.
And it was going to be the sequel to this.
And chasing bombs around any New York City.
Yep.
Great.
And then, of course, you know what happened at the Crow. Brandon Lee gets shot. Prop gun had actual bullets in it. He is killed. They can't do the sequel to the movie. Joel Silver wanted it to be the Lethal Weapon, either 3 or 4 script. and couldn't get that done, and it ended up becoming the Die Hard 3 script. And I find that to be fascinating.
Yeah.
That a movie... And
it turned out to be
like,
one of your favorite movies.
Yeah, and it's a movie that's existing.
Can you imagine Brandon Lee? And he would have been great
It
in that.
would- it-
chasing a
yeah,
Simon
absolutely.
Says killer around.
Die Hard is like this is actually where my mind went for bigger picture with movies, where it's like Die Hard 1, amazing. Die Hard 2, really, really good.
Yeah.
And they didn't have an original idea. They bought another one.
Yeah.
And to me, that is crazy. You would think that the Die Hard universe would just churn and churn. And then it's like, oh, nope, that's better. I didn't know that happened as frequently as it did.
Yeah.
I thought IP, you own that idea. People are constantly working on this stuff. I didn't realize there was a tangential, I'm just going to be 20th Century Fox and take this script and put it into this universe. Incredible that they did that, because it could have just sat. It could, the Simon Says, it was literally called Simon Says.
Yeah.
If that was a standalone movie, it would have been amazing.
Great
It could have been
movie.
its own thing. It could have spawned
They
Olympus.
should redo it.
Dude,
They should do a movie called Simon Says.
here, if they do Die Hard with a Vengeance and just do that exact plot, Simon Says, and maybe take out Samuel L. Jackson and do it more with like a younger Brandon Lee, I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
It's great.
Because originally they wanted Angela Bassett to be the sidekick to whoever was going to lead that script. And then once they got into Die Hard and Samuel L. Jackson popped off Pulp Fiction, they put him in there. And I just think that is why I love this
so
business.
great.
I just think that's cool. I just think
great.
that's really cool, where it's like, because we produce
Angela
comedy
Bassett
shows.
Angela Bassett would have been great as a shop owner.
Just shredded triceps.
Yeah.
Because when we produce comedy shows, if let's say a
He's got a
comic
bomb in the city.
doesn't
gotta go find
come,
it.
we have to fill
Rippy.
that spot in the moment.
Yeah.
And so I think it's cool that it even happens at the highest level in our business. So those are the fun facts. Powers Boothe's character was going to be an Italian-American guy named Vito De Rosa. Simon Says was the script, which turned into Die Hard 3. Brandon Lee broke his toe, shutting down production for a whole 24 hours.
Yep.
And the original name was Moving Target. I think those, for this, are some of the coolest, like, fun facts for the amount that we get. You know what I mean? That's cool.
I like
some
the
fun
fun facts
facts?
about the. I mean, you probably know the same ones
What?
I do. The the martial arts, like the director did Keanu Reeves. He's like did all the cool fucking movies now. It's the same guy that directed Brandon Lee on fighting. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome. Like,
like the guy who taught him how to fight.
yeah, so like
oh,
so that
wow.
that fighting style and the guy that was
Jeff
directing-
Imada.
Yeah.
So he got with
Jeffy?
Jeff Imada.
Oh, I thought his
So
name was
Brandon Lee.
Jeffy.
So Brandon Lee got with Jeffy Imada, who was a huge martial arts choreographer and stuntman. He's in the movie. He's one of the fight guys. I think he's the guy with the nunchucks. And they choreographed all the fight scenes. So Brandon Lee choreographed all the fight scenes with him, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a master. So, and it's really great because all the. I want to say they're all Chinese, but all the guys in my favorite movie, Big Trouble in Little China, were like in this movie. So it was a big, bad, bald guy with the
mustache.
Fu
with
Manchu.
the mustache,
Yeah.
you know, fighting him, who's kicking him on the ground when he's blocking the kicks on the ground, which is a great part
Yep,
too.
yep.
He's like, oh, and then he gets kicked. That guy, and then the other guy he fights there in that scene is James Liu, famous choreographer. So all the big
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Chinese famous choreographers, Kung Fu Cinema came out for this. The guy who stops him when he goes into the laundromat, he's like, ding dong, and he starts like, you know, saying like, oh, my cousin,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And he goes, get out of here. That guy is helps out Jack Burton, Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China. And then they have.
So it's just cross. It's
They,
cross.
yeah, so it's almost like they used all those martial arts guys from like Big Trouble in Little China, all the guys that were friends, the San Francisco, you know, guys, everything came in, and it's really cool because I always knew. So I have this cousin through marriage. His name is Daryl Chan.
You married your cousin.
Yeah,
Okay.
through
Oh,
marriage.
Daryl Chan. I love
Yeah.
Daryl Chan. He's over at Patagonia still, right?
Through marriage. So my uncle married a lady named Patsy. We're all from San Francisco. She grew up in Chinatown. So my aunt, I grew up with her ever since I was a baby. Her nephew, his name is Daryl. He was a stuntman in Hollywood. And so we all thought he was the biggest famous guy ever because he was in Big Trouble in Little China. So we'd watch him in the movie where he came up. And then we'd see when he would pop up in all these other movies and get shot. He was a stuntman. Well, he turned out, he's credited in the film as a stuntman, but he was also Brandon Lee's personal trainer. and he's credited in the film as his trainer.
He should be paid the most.
Dude,
how about that body?
Well, here's the thing. This is why I was into this movie too. I didn't tell you earlier, but I was a huge fan, and I was like in love with Brandon Lee. I was like, oh my god! And
Shocker.
it turns out that Daryl was telling us like he's a great guy. He's really cool, telling us all the inside stuff. He told us about Gene LaBelle choking out Steven Seagal, and he said, "I'm going to bring Brandon. Brandon wants to meet the family."
What?
So it was my uncle's birthday, I think, in summer, in July. And we heard early in the year, I think it was February, right after Rapid Fire came out, and he was doing The Crow. And he was like, yeah, he's going to come and meet. And so we were so excited. And then March 31st, 1993, he dies on the set. And I was so upset. I cut out the newspaper article and I kept it. I was so upset. Not only because I loved him, but also it was my first time that I was going to meet a star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember Daryl, he was like super depressed and very upset, and let us know all the things said. He was super respectful. Everyone on set loved him, and he was going to be the guy in Hollywood that everyone loved.
Yep.
Yeah.
And was a super action star. He was, So it was sad. And I remember seeing all the stuntmen in it and seeing my cousin Daryl and seeing his name in the credits and being like, man, I felt like I was in Hollywood for the first time. So
that's a great story.
Yeah. So shout out to Daryl Chan. He's still doing stunts. He's still doing stuff in Hollywood. And
he's still over at Patagonia, right?
Yes, exactly.
He's a system analyst over at Patagonia.
Yeah,
great guy.
He tests
great
out
guy.
He's great.
He brought over those mango carts to the picnic. Oh my God, he was
Whatever
great.
that means, I think it's awesome.
And then he judo chopped my dick off. It was awesome.
I
That was a
love
bad
judo
bit.
chops. They're a real thing.
Judo chop. Okay.
How did you like?
but
Also,
I
I wanted to.
But
When Brandon Lee tastes the heroin, great.
And then
How do you know what heroin tastes like?
Okay.
I mean,
That's where I was
And
like,
everybody knows if you taste
he's-
heroin, you don't spit. You swallow.
He spit it out as if he wasn't all like it was gonna geek him up.
He's like, oh, it
he's
tastes like
already-
you're
shit.
fucking my hot take up.
Okay, hold on. Hold the thought.
Sorry.
He enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed it. That's why he spit it out.
Yeah.
And because they gave us the breadcrumbs that he's got a Medal of Honor, like, right?
No, his dad.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
that
why
was
does
kinda-
he know
the guy-
how to
the guy
do it?
squ-
No,
the
no,
guy
no, no,
squat.
no. Give me a break here.
So-
why does he know how to do
Because
everything?
they were, like I said earlier, they were referencing kind of in real life his Brandon Lee being trained by Bruce Lee. So his father's this big badass.
Oh, okay.
And so he is trained in, and they're like Muay Thai.
So
all
his
these things.
dad got the exposition dump that was like, he
His
was
dad-
a desert star.
His dad was a badass,
Purple Heart.
and he
Medal
had,
of Honor.
yeah, and he trained the guys at
Big dick.
trained at Langley once
Yes,
a year.
Lang-
martial
anytime
arts.
you hear Langley, good guy. He
Yep.
trained there. He trained at Langley, not
He
Guantanamo.
he trained the soldiers at Langley.
it
So they
wasn't
made it sound-
Guantanamo. It was Langley. You know he's good.
Exactly.
Quantico.
Quantico.
You got to make sure
Names.
you differentiate Quantico from Guantanamo. Guantanamo bad. Quantico is where we learn. This is
Yeah.
where we become FBI.
Yeah. Quantico.
Priyampra Chopra.
Yeah.
Jonas'
Guantanamo
wife.
has better beaches.
Guantanamo has Harold and Kumar. Quantico has Priyanka Chopra. Jonas Brothers' wife. Remember that
bless-
show, Quantico?
Yeah, God bless
God,
you.
this fucking
Okay.
guy. Jocko was on it. Shut up. All right.
Jocko Sims.
All right. So before we get into box office, before we get into Rotten Tomatoes and hot takes, it's time for everybody's favorite. It's the 1 minute recap.
Oh, no.
Hey,
We're doing
ba, ba, ba,
it.
ba, ba.
Jesus. All right.
So
we're going to do
Hold
this
up,
in
we're gonna
59
hold- yeah,
seconds.
Right behind you and just like,
Oh yeah, shake it. So what we are going to do is we are
Gator,
gonna,
can we hit the lights?
yeah.
Cool.
Hey Dean, whenever you're ready on R&D.
Yeah.
So we are. Gonna,
Ace, spark plug. Get going.
We're gonna break down the movie.
Yeah.
In 60 seconds or less. It usually takes 9 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
usually
it's
the-
rapid fire.
half the show.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Scott, then me, but we
Yeah,
take
yeah.
our turns and we go back and forth. But we try as best as we can in 60 seconds to recap this film.
Oh wait, so I told my brother, by the way, that we're doing rapid fire. He goes, "Is that a new thing on your podcast?"
Oh yeah.
I'm
No
like,
one knows
it's
about
the,
this
it's
movie.
the movie. He's like, "Oh, I thought you were doing like a new rapid fire thing." I was like, "No."
Okay, a
we're-
little bit of both. Okay.
What a douche.
So we are going to do the 1992. It's the 1 minute recap of
Okay.
the 1992 hit Brandon Lee joint rapid fire. Scott, we'll start with you. 60 seconds or less. Let's break down this movie. 3, 2, 1. Hit it, baby.
All right, Mafia is in with the Chinese. We're in Thailand. We're dealing with heroin, and we're dealing with the Mafia. Mafia wants more from the Chinese guy who's in Thailand. Doesn't matter. We're in Chicago now, and the Mafia is big. We meet Jake, who is Brandon Lee. He's a martial arts expert, but he's also a college kid who rides a motorcycle. He goes in. Guy asks him to go to an art gallery. He says no, but I want to see some titties. She invites him to an art gallery.
Guy's a master in kung fu, unbelievably good looking, can carve cream cheese out of his jawline, also good at drawing, also flirty, also a wise ass, rides a motorcycle into a guy's dick, takes him out the window, art show. No, it wasn't. It was a cult Chinese meetup. He wanted him to be there to be an advocate for the Chinese. Anyway, he sees him get whacked. His boy gets whacked by Serrano. Serrano looks him in the eyes while he whacks the guy. Ah!
Oh my God, he sees him. So now he's a witness. Oh,
Boom.
Everybody's after him. Mafia's after him. The Chinese are after him. Special FBI,
Bad FBI, yeah.
FBI bot, FBI agents. are after
Busted
him.
nose
Everybody's after Brandon Lee except for Powers Boothe, who wants to save his life because the kid can help him find Tao. So he gets set up by the FBI, and now he's with this underground unit, and he's going to help bring down the Mafia and the Chinese.
Real quick, stop off. Coffee table talk. My dad was a mercenary. Taught me everything I know. Oh, it happened a while ago. Get over it and get under me. Boom. We're boning. Oh my God. Whose ass is that? That's the best ass I've ever
Cue
seen.
Poison. Da 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 da.
You see a little bit of ass hair. Oh my God, it's Brandon Lee's ass. I'm in. This movie fucking rips. She flips over. You see her boobs. Wow, didn't know they
Coitus.
were that big. Coitus.
Yes. Skip to the scene. Powers Boothe is definitely a boner killer. Walks in, stops the sex immediately. Shut up. Get down to the station.
Smokes 8 cigs.
Yes. Get down to the station. Clean that semen out of your hair. Let's go. All right. So then they go down the station, which is a bowling station. We don't have time to explain
It's
that.
in a bowling alley.
Yeah. And we need you to bring down Serrano. So we're gonna mic you. We're gonna wiretap you. We're gonna put you in
Everyone's going to die.
to break down that. Everyone gets their nose broken. A big giant rhinoceros man takes a giant machine gun to the cops. Everything goes to shit. But Brandon Lee's wearing a tank top.
All right. I keep getting spares. I keep missing spares. I absolutely cannot get a spare. So I shoot the fucking pin. I'm Powers Boothe. And I could have been Vita DeRosa. But instead, Joel Silver wanted me to just be a fucking 8 o'clock shadow guy that talks like Clint Eastwood the whole movie. I, for some reason, push a coat rack at a guy and think that's going to win the fight, and I get shot 30 times with an Uzi. I'm still alive.
All right, shit. So the sting operation at the in downtown Chicago went to shit. So guess what? You got to put your shirt on this time, all right? And you got to go into a laundromat,
You
okay?
got to wear a bandana.
Yeah, because they're washing the laundry in heroin. Cheat code. So they go into the fucking laundry place. He's dressed as a Chinese immigrant when he looks like me. Hilarious. Goes in.
But he has glasses on.
But he has glasses. Put glasses on and you look like a Chinese immigrant every time. Goes in. Now it's kung fu fighting, but with sheets.
Boom. Oh my God. My dad's in the burning building, but it's not my actual dad. It's my new dad, Powers Boothe. I'm obsessed with him. He's calling out for
Dad!
me. I get in there. It's my dad. It's my new white dad on my mom's side.
new white
my
dad.
mom was super white. She had a bread business.
All right, so mom had a bread business, but now we're doing sheets. We have no time to explain that. So we go in. We have to save Mace Ryan because he got shot in the stomach. I got to go after the Chinese guy who's jumping down the seaway. It's a subway fight. We're playing with toothpicks. He gets electrocuted, hit by the subway, come down, find Mason Ryan. The whole thing solved.
And then they're like, hey, do you want to come with us in the ambulance? And they take a second. And they're like, yeah, we'll go with you in the ambulance. And then there's, for some reason, a 32-second shot on them just sitting in the ambulance. Pan out, Chicago, blues.
But then Brandon Lee goes, wait, do I got to wear a shirt? And he goes, no, kid, no shirt required. Rapid fire!
Fucking fire! Let's go!
Da, 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 da.
It's only 4 minutes. It's fine. It's
No,
fine.
that was
Dude, that was 59 seconds.
I think that was our longest one.
That was our longest one since last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's the last time.
Before we do box office Rotten Tomatoes hot take, was Brandon Lee good at acting?
I think he
What was that
That
sound?
was a weird. What is
Whoa!
That was an inward burp.
I thought you just got eaten. Are you John Voight in Anaconda? You just got regurgitated.
That was crazy.
My gills are clogged.
Oh, Miami.
Oh, I'm so blessed. All right.
Is he good?
I think he.
I give him a 6.
Yeah, I think he. When watching him, you're like potential.
There was a dramatic scene and I go bad. And there was a regular scene and I go good.
I think that they did pretty good in showing, and I think he was trying to show that, especially the scenes where he killed someone, they were trying to show that he
Yes.
wasn't like, this is okay, but they didn't linger on it. They just showed his face.
Yeah.
And that was also an homage to his father, Bruce
Yeah.
Lee. When he would kill people, he'd have this look on his face like he didn't enjoy it. So I think he was trying to show, like, I kill people, whatever. But they were also playing with the fact that he's a college kid. He wouldn't just be killing people and be like, yeah. So he kind of tried to mess with the pathos of that. I think it was an early 90s action movie.
Yeah, that's why I gave it
got away with
6.
it. I think watching it, you're like, stupid, but good.
Yeah.
Let me do a scene from his acting
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, are you going
Right,
to do an
so-
act out?
when he's mad. I'm mad. That was.
What was that?
And
What'd you
he
do?
He just
He
hit
just
my
knocks
phone.
over a couple things.
He knocks
I'm
over a couple things.
Mad. That's
I
all
thought
he
you were
did.
doing the worm or
No,
something.
that's all he was. He did one time. Where he just like goes like knock shit off, and he knocks over like I think it was like chest.
I thought it was
That's-
like
He
soap.
goes like this. You just like.
I thought it was like
I
soap.
think that's Strasbourg. Strasbourg is find the nearest
no,
glass
that's
thing.
Meisner. method.
Meisner?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
Meisner.
it's no,
That
it's
is
Mammoth.
all the penises are down
Yep,
here.
penises are down
But
here. We
the
gotta bring-
wetness is up.
Wait,
All right,
no, Dean's telling me penises are actually up.
penises
Yeah,
are up.
because it's late and
Okay.
people are drinking. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dean.
He's saying talk more about this.
Talk.
Let's go more into
The 1
acting.
minute recap
Let's
brought
see
all
Tom
the
act
penises
more.
back up. Okay.
Now he's telling me that no one's listening. Okay.
The women have never been drier in their life.
The women have never been drier in their life.
All right. We have Hosier next.
Tonight after the game. Hosier and
Counting Crows.
Jane Krasinski will be with me
All right,
tonight,
cool.
and also Steve Carell will stop by, and then after the show, Hosier
Yeah.
for some music.
Wait, but thought before. Sad that he died because I think he did have potential. I think he was like the beginning
Just a
of
couple
his,
more reps.
of his career. Like
Couple more reps.
Acting was rough in moments.
I'm glad
But
you
I
brought
think-
that up.
But I think that he could have like.
Oh yeah,
I
couple
got
more
sad.
reps.
I'm like, fuck.
You're
he
like,
would've-
by the way, kind of sad that he died.
yeah,
Yeah,
By
that
the way,
sucks.
Sucks that someone shot him, on accident.
yeah,
But-
well, I didn't know Alec Baldwin was in the
No!
Crow. Hey yo, we're doing jokes on the pod.
Wow,
But
you're
yeah,
not rusty at all.
Oh,
maybe-
hey, we're doing
Stupid.
jokes on the
Don't-
pod.
Don't.
I think he
that
would
was
be.
horrible.
I think he would have been.
Yeah.
A really good like, continue to act.
Agreed.
It would have been better. And so
I
it's
see his
sad to, like,
career a
lose-
lot like Jean-Claude Van Damme's, where it was like not as big as Arnold's, not as big as
But more of a
Bruce's.
career.
Yeah, where it's like you are doing good, solid, not the biggest movies, but great movies. I'm like Statham right now, where it's like
Mm-hmm.
he'll do The Meg, he'll do The Shelter, he'll do The Working Man, and it's all good and it's all solid. And you go, I'm not watching it for the acting,
Mm-hmm. But with acting.
I think he
Sure.
would have been better. I think he would have been better
Okay.
the more he got. Like,
Absolutely,
if
that's
he
what
got
I
more
mean.
shows,
Reps,
if he got more
reps.
movies, he would have been.
Okay,
Yeah, and that's why he did The Crow, is it showed like, oh, this dude like
and that was good.
gothy.
Yeah,
Fun.
and
Yeah.
different.
Different.
Okay. This
Buzzworthy.
It was like
Tour
a
de
Marvel.
force.
It was like a Marvel.
Provocative.
Yeah. Siskel and Ebert say 3.5 stars.
His jawline could cut cream cheese.
Yeah.
His cream cheese could cut your jawline.
Okay, so
You
box
could ride
office.
a Hot Wheel off those butt cheeks.
We'll
What?
do box office,
All right.
then Rotten Tomatoes, and then hot take. I like my hot take. I'm really excited about it.
I like mine. I got
Okay, so
You're like Johnny Carson. I like my hot take. It's really
I
good.
saw him backstage, and I
I
really
like my hot
liked his
take. Hot
take.
take.
that's a,
Next
pretty,
we
that's a
got-
good Johnny Carson.
I,
Holy
uh,
shit.
You got a good Johnny Carson. Mine's not that good.
Joan
Mine's
Rivers.
not
Mine's
good.
not that good.
All I do
Next,
is-
I like my hot take. It's
Okay,
good.
so 18 to 25.
All right, Jesus, we just lost.
Hold
the
on,
boner.
Dean's telling me they don't know who. Oh, they know who Johnny Carson is. They don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Talk about Tom Holland. Whoop! There we go. Boner's up. All right.
Then
Tom
die.
Holland's
Euphoria.
penis is
Boom.
2 inches.
Euphoria. I love watching
All right.
teens fuck. All right.
This.
That's a
this,
quote.
Take that
quote.
away.
I didn't know the president was here.
Ah,
We're doing jokes on the pod. We're doing
Hey,
jokes on the
hey,
pod. Okay. Box office. This was surprising to me.
Yeah.
So the budget on this, what do you think the budget was on this movie? 92, Brandon Lee,
40 million.
10.
40 million.
Oh my God.
It was 10 million. That's what I kind
I
of was
just did
saying.
it, Chandler. Oh my God.
What do you do for work, Chinandler Bong? You
Chandler. Chandler Bong.
That's what I mean when it's low budget. Like
million.
there's not as many fun facts. Not as many things go wrong when there's not as much money at
And
the
when
table.
it made, oh, we're gonna go into
Yeah.
that.
So what do you think the box office return was?
80 million.
14 million.
Oh.
So that's what surprised me about the. So
I said 80 million. What an idiot.
it's okay. So
Wait, so what was
quickly.
the cost? Sorry.
10 million.
I should be doing that, but
That's
So
okay.
basically, that's a flop.
yeah.
It made money, but it
But
wasn't
after
a hit.
marketing
Yeah, it was-
everything,
no.
they lost money. But they
So
still wanted to go ahead.
That's what I'm what makes me interested.
So
in
it didn't make
behind
money,
the scenes.
but the critics
they knew.
loved it, and the momentum on it and everything. Everybody was talking about him. So even though the movie kind of didn't make money,
Yeah, it did well.
They were like, we need to do another one.
It did really well. VHS rentals
Yeah.
and kind of like you said, the cover captivated people. He's good looking.
Like
and
so
looked,
it's $4 million though. So like per.
So like he's
actor.
kind of saying like it probably ended up losing money because of marketing and advertising, but I think this was in a time where if a movie kind of broke even, they would still kind of go. Whereas nowadays, it's like you have to make so much
Yeah,
money just
yeah.
to continue the green light.
Yeah.
So in '92, it was like, oh no, we got something to build on here because
Yeah.
there weren't as many.
We
movies.
made our gas money.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Made our gas money.
kept the lights on.
All right. So what would that be now? Like it's not Frozen. This is like
No, this is not
this
Superman.
Is like,
this is not
no.
Frozen.
What is it?
34 mil.
Oh, so it's really. This is just a movie that existed in time, and maybe that's why when we've told people, "Hey, we're doing rapid fire this week," we're like, "Oh, I don't."
Yeah, this is like.
Is that about snipers?
This is like Anora. Fuck that movie.
He hates Anora.
What
Okay.
did Anora do to you?
Let's do
Huh?
Rotten
What
Tomatoes.
did Anora do to you?
She made me feel things I didn't feel.
Let's
for a long
do
time.
Rotten Tomatoes. What do you think the critics gave Rapid Fire?
75.
45.
Oh my god, I am a piece of shit.
I think
today.
they probably just didn't like the acting. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like and formulaic like of big bad henchmen.
Siskel and Ebert
drugs.
didn't like when he had sex with the girl. They just wanted to see his
It
bottom.
was just a lot of 2 out of 4s. Like, and the critics didn't really elaborate. So, because I like to look at what
Yeah.
they say, it was just 2 out of 4 formulaic. Seen it before.
Yeah.
What do you think the audience score was?
75.
56.
God damn it.
See, that blew
And
my
so a
mind.
lot of the
Blew my
people that
mind.
are rewatching it are
It is
liking
it's
it.
a cult classic
Yeah.
rewatch, and like you guys have never seen it before.
Never
you
seen it.
watched it.
Yep.
And we'll get into your scores, but
Yep.
I'm going to say they're going to be over the 50s.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I thought
yeah.
this movie fucking ripped.
Ripped. It moved. Even when it was slow, it was like great exposition.
Yeah.
Moved
This
to the next
was
thing.
so much. Like I liked Above the Law, but I felt the pacing on this was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
better.
Way
Where
better.
it's just like we're moving along. This
Yeah.
was Joel Silver. Like
Yeah.
that's what I respect. I don't respect Joel, but I respect the pacing of his films.
Yeah.
He's because
This
it's on
was
cocaine.
Joel Silver?
You
he's
love
on
Joel,
cocaine.
and you
Did
wanna
Joel
you wanna
Silver
bang
produced
him.
it?
I'm assuming. I'm just assuming because he got Simon Says for Die Hard 3. So it's like there had to have been.
I'm 99%
Dude,
sure it wasn't Joel Silver,
It's
but I love
20th
it.
Century Fox, so it's the same type of guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Same time, it feels
Joel Silver.
like the
It's Joe
we've
Gold.
talked tit. We've
Yeah.
talked titties.
Talk tit.
So
But there was no coke. Oh, there's coke. There was no
heroin.
coke.
Was there coke? There
He
was heroin.
tastes the heroin.
Yeah, but there has to be cocaine in a Joel Silver movie, and there has
Fair.
to be a woman running out of room topless.
Cocaine,
Yeah.
tit, cocaine.
Titty
Okay.
cocaine.
So do we want me to give my score first? And
Yes.
then you go last because this is your baby.
Sure.
I'll go, then you go.
Make a baby.
Yeah.
I'm going 82. I thought this was an 82%. And really the only thing that kept it from being higher was just some of his dramatic moments. And just I'm not as into not conspiracy, but when there's that many people in on it, like remember Shooter with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Where just literally Danny Glover's involved, and it's like it just goes all the way up. Like when
Great movie.
Frank turns out to be bad. I just felt like there was a little bit too much conspiracy where I'd like, just give me more martial arts.
Yeah.
So, but fucking ripped. I liked it.
But
more
you like
than-
it because they moved through that
Yeah.
quickly. You're like, didn't make sense, but we got
It
to
was
the action.
right there with Out for Justice for me, where I was like, this was really good, never seen it, and I had a great time.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than Above the Law because
Oh,
I
of
hadn't
course.
seen Above the Law.
Yeah.
And it was
Love the Law was very noir.
and
a
I
lot
thought it
of
was
stuff
better
going on.
than Cobra, and I thought it was better than Bloodsport. So this is up there, and I really think this was a great wreck.
Thank
Good
you.
job. So
Appreciate
82 is my score.
Appreciate it.
I'm 85.
85.
Yeah, just
higher than Daddy.
Yeah, just
Wow,
strictly
with all
because-
those
just because of
B2Ps?
like my BTPs, but it's obsessed with Jackie Chan shit. So this was like
Sure.
shit I've never seen before. So it was like I'm like, yeah,
Brandon
this is,
was
like,
good.
Gets me
I
jacked
liked
up.
him.
And then we used to have a side note. My dad had a garage, and we would set up shit like Jackie Chan. We would like have mats, so we would climb.
We'll
up
go do karate in the
wall,
garage.
like spin off it onto the mats. And this
You'd have like
reminded
coat
me-
racks and buckets
Yeah.
of Tide,
Yeah,
and you'd be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, kill someone.
And
Kill
so we
somebody.
had like a kill hold my dad always had, and it was fine. But yeah, it was like this reminded me of like
This
being
is
a
at
kid.
9 o'clock right before
And
bed
this-
in third grade.
When
Just-
just watching the fight, like, I remember sitting, like Lauren was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like sitting there like, "I got this. Like I could do this." And so it was just nostalgic. Like
When white people are doing martial arts on their couch, you know it's a fucking good
It's
movie.
a Step Brothers movie.
in my third basement or my third garage. I'm like, yeah, got so much space. But
That's awesome.
85 was good. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I think 85 too.
Not in the 90s?
No.
I mean, I don't know.
I
his-
love
What?
his
is it
grading
gonna
never makes sense to
take?
me.
I-
So
I-
I've don't have
It
any
gives
idea.
Delta Force a
lo-
94.
Yeah, I love
The fuck, Delta
I
Force.
love Brandon Lee, and I love this movie nostalgically. Watching it again, I have to be real and be like, yeah, there's the plot holes and there's the whatever, and the acting from him is whatever. But if I see 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, that's a definite watch.
Well, yes, but you're a notoriously tough grader. I thought you'd be more soft on this one because it was more of a soft spot for you.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm real. Like, I don't bullshit just
Well,
because
now
I
I'm
like the
actually
movie.
trying to, like, because this is where I go with this. We've done 40. We were talking about it. Is this in your top 3? I don't think you go above 85
This isn't my
that
top.
often.
This isn't my
Okay.
top 3.
Okay.
But
Is
it
do you like
definitely.
it more
I
than
love
Heat?
this movie.
Do you like it more than Heat?
No.
Do you like it more than Die Hard?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Fair.
Because I thought it
Those
had
are
maybe
those
a s-
are perfect movies.
But first time watching, up there, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was fun, man.
First watch, you watch it and you're like, yeah, all those things you talked about, but when you, that's what I'm saying is when you turn it off, you're like, fun. Great movie.
You got me really pumped now for Big Trouble in Little China. I have not seen that. And
Nor have I.
no, I'm sorry. I've seen snippets of that. It's the other one, Big Showdown in Little Tokyo. I'm excited for that one. With
Showdown in
Dolph.
Little Tokyo, yeah.
Sorry, Big Show in Little Toke.
Yeah.
Big Show, Lil Toke.
Little Toke. I'm excited for that one, but I kind of think, do we do Die Hard 3 next as the sequel to Rapid Fire?
Maybe.
Because we haven't done Die Hard 3. I love Die Hard 3. Have you seen Die Hard 3?
We did
He
80s.
hasn't seen it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's dude. You're
I was
gonna love
I was
Jeremy
gonna
Irons.
say Die Hard 3 or we go to Matrix.
That's 2000.
I mean,
no,
I'm-
that's 99.
It's the
I'm
last
good.
90s
I'm
film.
good on both, but never seen. I've seen
Okay.
Matrix, like,
Well, we can do
I'm
Die
down.
Hard
I'm
3.
down with doing either one of those. That we haven't really done a
are
sci-fi
great.
late. Like we haven't done a 99, so that would be cool.
The only reason I say Matrix because it changed martial arts
Sure,
and changed action.
and then we could do Die Hard after that. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get the boner meter back up.
No,
And I
boner
feel-
meters. It's back here.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
but-
it's through
hold
the
on,
window.
just
Fuck.
The boner meter is off the charts right now.
Really?
Yeah, Dean says everyone's hard.
Oh, it's Tom's voice. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No big deal.
They heard Tom say coitus and they're like, yeah.
Okay.
I inserted myself
Hot
into
takes
a
to
woman.
close it out. I'm excited about mine, so I'll go first.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I would do to make the movie a little bit better just for me.
Okay. Hot takes.
I think that it would have worked better for me if Brandon Lee was already a cop. He was a cop, and the witness was a kid, and they cut the screen time of the witness in half, and that's not as big of a plot. I think it would have given more believability to Brandon's being able to fight. Like, I wanted this to be a little more traditional 90s action where Brandon's a cop. He's got to protect a kid who saw somebody get whacked, and he's already a cop. Like, I didn't like Powers and him and just like him not liking cops didn't make sense to me with his dad being a
Cop.
yeah. Like, I would have liked it if it just starts with everything's the same and a kid sees a murder and the young cop that gets assigned to it is Brandon and Powers Boothe is like his mentor and you can still do all the dad stuff. He's his dad. I just didn't like that he was just some college kid that saw a murder and then got out of it. I would have much rather had him been either an LAPD officer or a Chicago, or an FBI guy undercover that just gave it a little more. Why am I caring? I found myself just kind of being like, this is just that. Like, at some point, wouldn't they stop? Like, if he was a cop, he wouldn't. You know what I mean? Where it was just one of those where I was like, I would have just loved a more traditional, standard action film where he's protecting the witness and he's not the witness. I didn't like him being the witness. I wanted him to be more of a hero, but it's not revolutionary. It's more of just what it would have made for me to take it to a 95.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't like that he was just this like college kid.
I think the reason why they did that is because they saw his swarky charisma, that they're like, he's not a cop. He's the guy that
What about like DEA or just something
No,
where
he's too he was too young looking, and he was too kind
But
of
that's
like,
where I thought
was
he
too
looked old.
charismatic. Like, hey, how's it going? You know. So I think that's why they chose not to make him the cop.
Okay.
They wanted him to be the kid, being someone in their 20s, right? The kid who's making remarks to all the older cops.
right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
He's
I
the
like
young,
that.
They
Yeah.
basically wanted him to be the young Van Damme looking at Charles Bronson and being like, you're
100%.
old. That's
I
what
like
they
that.
want.
I just would have liked it if he had a badge. Just to give it a little
I think
more
that's
and
that's why I
weight.
think they wanted to do the sequel. The
Yeah.
second movie would have been him.
He's
with
a
badge.
cop. Like,
first
he-
one, he
yeah.
comes in, he's young.
Yeah.
Second one, Powers Booth dies. He takes over the
retires,
badge.
yeah. Gets back with his ex.
Either way, he's out.
shaves.
He's gone.
And they're like,
Retirement
"Oh,
home.
we only like you when you have all that beard."
Yeah, he choked on a fish stick.
But does that take mean anything, or is it kind of
Yeah,
just one of those?
you basically described the second script that they wanted.
Yeah, I just truly found myself not really like. I don't love a witness protecting movie. I just feel like I've seen a million of those, and I've seen a million of just the cop stuff. But when we do these, and it's formulaic, and it is like obviously, you know,
But it's the first time that the witness isn't helpless.
yeah, where it was
They're
like
the best person in it.
I was more.
Yeah, but I
just-
get it.
It wasn't. It
You
wasn't
wanted
my
him to
favorite
have a
plot
badge.
line.
You wanted him a badge.
I wanted him to just be a little more fleshed out as
Yeah.
a character, and I think the witness angle worked better for a kid, and kind of like Man
would
on
have been
Fire.
good as if he was a street cop.
Sure.
And there's a witness, and he has to
Exactly.
fight the
And he
whole
has to-
corrupt
yes.
police department because no one's on his side.
That would have been a more believable
Running target.
and just easy moving target.
I would have watched it.
Yeah, like I just think that would have played more into my tropes. I like tropes in these kind of
Yeah.
movies. Because I didn't think because like I said, I thought it might be a thriller. It might be more of a crime movie where it's like them just trying to find this guy hiding throughout America.
Yeah.
But then he kind of fights back and uncovers the conspiracy. I just think that would have made more sense if he was already a cop. That's my hot take.
I like it.
Tom?
Tom.
2, fun. 1's fun.
Okay. One's a fact.
Well, like just if he actually took the heroin
Yeah.
and he became superhuman, would have loved that.
Ooh.
Just where he like gets it and it's just like, fuck, and like
Yeah.
just loses his
Nice.
shit.
John Carpenter movie. I like it.
And then also, there was so many witnesses in the first murder
Yeah.
that they could have followed anyone
was like
else's
50.
in the fucking murder. They could have followed anyone else, and like, what would their storyline be? Like, so say it wasn't Brandon Lee that saw it, they just chose the random guy having a cocktail, and they followed his life. I was always like thinking, like, what if they
Yeah.
just followed the other witness?
Yeah, that would be cool.
And like they just followed the other. Like there was so many witnesses, but
Good BTB.
Wouldn't have been as good of a movie.
would have been different.
Yeah. Different.
But I mean, imagine
It would have been cool if
Brandon
they-
Lee on heroin, just fucking jacked, just like heroin. wouldn't
heroin
make
doesn't really make you a superhero.
It's just like
Makes you a super sleeper.
That's like,
He's like, let's go. Right after I take this nap.
chasing the dragon, just chasing the dragon.
Yeah. Why are we even fighting?
What do you got, baby? Close us out.
So mine's kind of not about changing this movie, but without this movie this is a Keanu Reeves movie. Brandon Lee doesn't die. Keanu Reeves does not get speed. Keanu Reeves does not have the career that he has now. Brandon Lee would have taken Speed.
Okay.
I think
Shit,
Speed would have
yeah.
been a Brandon Lee movie.
Yep. 20th Century Fox.
All the action movies of the 90s that you see Keanu Reeves or someone besides Steven Seagal in, like he would have taken over Van Damme's career. Keanu Reeves, he would have been The Matrix. I think that, yeah, everything that, and then what sucks because I love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
But I'm saying had Brandon Lee not died, because it was, they were floating around that script for Speed.
Yeah. It was 94.
He would have gotten it.
Yeah.
And that would have catapulted him again into the action spectrum, and he would have been all through the 90s, all through the 2000s.
He would have just had Keanu.
He would have been a major producer, and he would have taken over Keanu Reeves' career. Keanu Reeves would have gone back to doing independent films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays.
Yeah.
He said no to movies for plays.
Right.
Like he like didn't know who he was.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves would have been like the River Phoenix. He would have gone
Yeah.
and done like stuff like that. He wouldn't have been in the action sphere,
Yeah,
which
he
is
would-
great for
Would have
him.
been fun to see him do that, I guess, after.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
But I think that you could have put Keanu Reeves in this movie. I mean, he didn't do martial arts necessarily back then, but it would have been
Yeah.
great like that. So,
That's a good.
Yeah,
take, too.
it sucks because we all love Keanu Reeves, but we see how Hollywood and how the world works. When someone gets taken out, it's like someone gets catapulted up. So I think that Brandon Lee dying helped the career of Keanu, helped the career of
Good
who
take.
else?
Statham. Yeah.
Statham.
Yeah.
All those guys.
Van
So yeah, there would have been no Statham. There would have been no Van Damme would have been out, and he would have taken over because he's a real martial artist. He can still do flashy stuff, but he can also act. He's charismatic. Hollywood loves him, and Hollywood loves someone who makes money and is also easy to work with.
Yep. And charismatic.
Yep.
So that's a great take, and that is Rapid Fire on the Buddy Cop podcast.
And that is Running for Your Life in Chicago.
Moving Target. We
Moving
love
Target's good,
Moving
though.
Target. That is Rapid Fire
It's the
1992. Find us wherever you get your podcasts: Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes. Go directly to the site on Buzzsprout. Make sure you find us on YouTube. Just type in the Buddy Cop podcast. Make sure you find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Just type in the Buddy Cop podcast. That is Rapid Fire. We are going to be back with The Matrix. We are going to be back with Die Hard 3. We got a lot coming up. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe, comment, email the show, thebuddycoppodcast@gmail.com. For Scott, for Tom, I'm Sean. That's Rapid Fire.
Brandon Lee, rest in peace. I loved you in The Crow.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
There we go.